Thank you, Mr. Stauber. Recognize the gentleman from Illinois, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you, Chairman, and welcome, Administrator Whitaker. As you know, Boeing recently withdrew its request for the MAX 7 to receive a safety exemption, which would have allowed the aircraft to be certified with a known defect. If granted, as you know, Boeing's fleet of MAX aircraft have an anti-ice system issue that could cause the nacelle, the pod surrounding the engine, to break and fall off in certain conditions. This could have potentially catastrophic consequences. Boeing is now working on a long-term fix that will require retrofitting the entire MAX fleet. How did the FAA, in your understanding, fail to detect such a defect during the certification of the MAX 8 and MAX 9 aircraft?
So my understanding on that particular issue is that potential defect was discovered using computer modeling some years after the original certification of the aircraft, and modeling that was required by the AXA legislation, actually. But that's my understanding of how that was discovered.
While I appreciate the FAA's attention to this topic, Boeing has demonstrated time and time again that it will cut corners on safety in order to maximize profits. My second question, Administrator, is this. In response to the recent Alaska Airlines accident, the FAA has launched an investigation into Boeing's compliance with manufacturing requirements. Has the FAA comprehensively engaged with employee groups, those involved in the production, and those who have filed whistleblower reports regarding reduction of quality assurance procedures in the manufacturing system? And if so, how is the FAA handling these reports?
So on the engagement aspect, we now have 20 inspectors on the ground in Boeing engaging with the employees in every phase of the manufacturing process. And so this is to allow us to have direct conversations with employees about what pressures they might be feeling or what instructions they're getting and what incentives they're dealing with. On the whistleblower, we dedicated a portal for Boeing employees, but we also have a normal portal for whistleblowers. And we have a pretty regimented process on how we deal with those reports to make sure the identity is protected and the reports are taken seriously.
Should I take that to mean that there is currently engagement with those employees?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Of course, I look forward to working with the FAA to hold our aviation community to a higher standard of safety. It is equally crucial for the operation of our aviation industry that airport workers are paid livable wages. Airport workers are largely Latino, Black, and immigrant workforce. They've been overlooked and underpaid for the vital role that they play in keeping our airports running. My bill, the Good Jobs for Good Airports Act, would change that. Administrator, are you committed to doing what you can to ensure that the airports that the FAA oversees are delivering fair wages and benefits to all employees?
I'm very committed to making sure that they have a very safe working environment. Safety is my mandate, and we are focused on safety at airports, particularly on the ramp. So we've taken some initiatives around that to make sure that those employees are in a safe environment.
Thank you, and I yield back, Mr. Chairman.